Hey guys, it's Surreal. I pulled a lot of my hair forward to make myself look less balding, but I very much am balding. You know what I mean? I'm joining the Asmongold club. Been a challenging time there, so I have to pretend to have hair. Oh gosh, dude, there's a car. I'm gonna try to run in front of it. Oh. Okay, that was dangerous. It's dangerous. He's a dangerous man, Surreal. I saw him run in front of the car that was 200 feet away from him going at 10 miles an hour. He's a daring guy, Surreal. You better watch out for him. Hey, copper guy, I saw Surreal, he's hanging out down here and he's looking a little shady with a hoodie and his hair forward trying to hide his baldness. You know what's really bad? This hoodie of mine, this black hoodie has a nice pointed end to it and it just feels very weird. I have no idea if it's offensive. I'm assuming I'm in the good, but it just feels in the bad. I'm gonna do it anyways, just so it feels like I'm Surreal with my little beanie on. And it's gonna give me this pointed black tip on the top of my head as I walk around here, and hopefully no one decides to jump me. I don't know if I'm offending the powers that be somehow. I'm pretty sure the coloring is supposed to be white, so I think we're in the clear. We're in the clear. And also, trust me, I'm dressed like some normal dude for the most part. I'm not wearing a robe, but just pointed hats. It's ugh, you know what I mean? It's oof. It's getting a little risky. You see, Surreal, his hat was a little pointed for a white guy. Did you see that? It's a little bit pointed. But it was a black hoodie, man. It's really not that daring, dude. He's actually just a freaking wuss, dude. He's a lame, wussy millennial guy or whatever. I'm trying to cover the point on my hat as this car's driving by just a little slower than I'd like. I promise you, sir, the hat, this is just it's a sweatshirt. It's pointed, I know, but it's not that pointed. It's rounded, it's not that pointed. And the material, it's cotton, it's not, I don't know what material they use. It's not so, it's white, you know, this is supposed to be white, but this is black. See, I'm wearing black. It's okay. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, even my skin color, man, it's a little tan. It's a little tan at times, I'm telling you. A tan easy. They kind of give me a suspicious stink eye for a moment, and then they roll down the window and give me a look. I'm explaining to them, it's a black hoodie, it's not white. It's black, man. I'm in the clear. It's not offensive. I think I know history. I checked my math. I did the homework. I think I'm in the clear. You don't gotta cancel me, bro. Trust me, this isn't any sort of ideology about race or whatever. It's cold at night and I'm trying to hide my baldness as an aging millennial guy, and I'm trying to, keep up appearances and stuff. They kind of feel the sympathy and the sadness. They understand me for a moment and they feel the humanness, the connection. The old man that's bald kind of looks at me and kind of smiles and he's I've been there, you'll be fine, no young man, just embrace it. I'm dude, I'm white, and if I go white and bald, I feel that has implications to some people in this society, man. He's just embrace it. It's I'm not gonna embrace it. I'll just do it if I have to do it. I'm not gonna embrace anything, hair or no hair. I'm not gonna embrace anything. I'm just gonna kind of be I ain't gotta go embracing things, geez. And then he kind of hits his cane out the window, you young people, and then he goes speeding off and does 30 donuts at 90 miles per hour. I'm oh, dude, this old man still got it. Maybe I should go bald. What an inspiration. Then he just speeds off like a gentleman and then he stops at the red light just on time and doesn't hit the family that was freaking out. And he's just having a good time. He's gotcha. Family's laughing because they didn't die, thankfully. And we go forward. This is how this channel started, by the way, except for the black pointed hoodie that I'm very embarrassed about right now. This looks terrible. This looks terrible. We're gonna do it anyways because it's better than seeing my receding. I'm a little self-conscious. What was I gonna say? When I started this channel, I was walking around at night, dude, all night for literally 9 to 12 hours or more. It was just a ton of it was unhealthy. I genuinely, when I say that, I mean my feet were hurting like crazy. I was getting all sorts of weird pains and stuff. My body was just not handling it well, which I think is fair because we're talking about miles and miles and hours of me talking to myself. I'm sure I came off quite crazy and insane. I'm not gonna lie to you, but when in Rome, walking around the streets at night, just talking to yourself, why not? Especially it's a full moon in a couple days and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the energies of the universe. Oh, dude, the moon is so beautiful. I do want to share that. I have that in other videos too, probably to a disturbing amount, but the moon's just beautiful. And I hope you all get to enjoy it on some level. And I feel it's such an unacknowledged beauty of our world that we don't really experience. And I get so curious in terms of our ancestors and how they experienced the moon, because we kind of think of technology, we're not with the little candles. It's we have a TV screen and all the lights. We can turn nighttime into day, and I often do that. I'm very much a night owl. I'm not proud of that. It's just how I am. I've also just been very much an insomniac my whole life. I've gotten a little better at it recently, but it's been such a challenge. You know what I mean? Since I was a kid. I'm sure the camera's too close to my face. I'm sorry. It's not going to be a very appealing. Hopefully it's appealing enough to not disturb your meal. You know what I mean? There's certain things I can't watch as I'm eating. And I'm if I can retain that barrier or where you're not going into dicey territories as you're eating your dinner, listening to Surreal, it's I'll be okay. Just as long as he doesn't mention his dong and anything like that too much, like, we should be good. You know, any kind of weird sexual stuff or something where he's joking around, like, I don't need that right now as I'm eating my chicken breasts and my 2 coconuts and banana. I have no idea. I was trying to think of something, and I wish it was just way better innuendo, and it was just lame and terrible and haphazard. And I'm pointing out that it was, which is poisoning the well. Maybe it was okay. Was it adequate? Was it bad? Good, bad, like, between 1 and 10, like, give me just something. Like, give me a 1. I would love to just get a rating there. Like, post in the comments, like, oh, that's a good old-fashioned 5. Like, a good old, just an average 5. Great job at being average, Surreal. And I'll be like, thank you. I'm grateful that you thought it was average. You know what I mean? I'm going back to my black pointed hoodie. I'm hoping that we're cool. Like, I really don't know what sort of rules of the universe are being at play here as a human, but hopefully you can forgive me and understand that I'm not really into the dramas and the stories too much at this moment. The point is, it's just happenstance, and it's not a mindful particular decision. This is just the jacket that I have. So I've had this for a long time, and it's worn down, and it's all pointed and weird. Hopefully you can accept me for having a pointed head. You know, I think we should accept like flat heads, like bigger, like rounded sort of head, and then like pointed, whatever, as long as it's not a white hoodie, right? I'm like so fearful in this America of ours, this woke, politically correct America. I have to like be very careful. All right, the tip on the head. Okay, now you can let it back out. It's just like a stealth game, dude. Like, I feel like a Ocarina of Time, like going through the garden or something, just hiding behind the hedges, like, oh, didn't catch me, guard. Like, you tried to get me. Got my little black pointed hoodie that means nothing, but I'm so afraid because of our damn culture that I'm walking around here like, oh gosh, this is sacrilege. Like, this is blasphemy. We can't be doing this, Surreal. You're a madman. You're crazy. And I'm like, guilty as charged, but aren't we all? Isn't the world itself crazy? Am I not just a product of the world? Touche, Surreal. I guess you caught us. Yeah, no, it wasn't hard to figure out, you know. Takes one to know one, you damn world. You're crazy as hell. Just like me. But I'm a bit of a madman, so I expect the world to get crazier because I'm done with the world changing me. I desire to change the world. The world's like, whoa, Surreal. I don't know about that, bro. Like, I'm supposed to get weird and make you weirder. Like, no, you don't understand what weird is, world. You don't understand what crazy is. Like, you're gonna see, and I'm gonna take it to a whole new level. And then the world's like, okay, like, calm down. Like, I know that I'm like, no, I'm calm as can be, world. It's just a reality. The world's gonna get crazier. You know what I mean? It's just gonna happen, and it is what it is. And I'm just already here waiting for you to meet me. Meet me up here, world. It's going to get wacky and crazy. Oh, exciting times. They are ahead of us. It's so boring. There's nothing new. It's all so the same. Not for much longer. I have a lot of faith in that. And it's a beautiful thing. And it's a scary thing. And it all exists at once. And it just depends how you see it. And I personally have my faith up in the clouds, you know, up towards the big guy, God. I'm like trying to actually just share how I genuinely feel. Like, I feel more hopeful than ever as a believer in God. And, you know, I understand there's some that don't. And they think this is the end point, and perhaps it is the ending chapters of the holy books and everything. Like, maybe. But I think we have chapters to go through as a world and a society. Tests, tribulations, things that will test who we truly are and show us for who we really are. And we'll have to make the decision of what we want to be. Very nice moon though, right? With like these very gentle clouds. I don't know if I could capture it with my phone, but I think she's so beautiful, and I refer to her as a she. It just feels very natural to me. For you guys, like, just keep it comfortable. I'll try to be like it and more object. I just feel like there's such an energy of the moon, and like there's lessons to be learned, and I really feel, I'm not joking, like quite inspired by it in a way it's challenging to share. I have other videos of me talking about the moon. Trust me, you'll be like, oh, this is weird, but I promise you it's kosher. It's PG, like, I promise. But she's inspiring. I think that our ancestors, you know, before they had access to light and to entertainment into the darkness, into the night, I think, you know, there was probably this energy around the moon. You know, you go through these dark nights and you have your candles, and it's literally like the moon's, you know, it's out there, but you can't always see her. Like, you see very different sides and phases of the moon throughout the month. It's always changing, and like as she changes, it's like the world around her changes. Like, the earth shows a different way. When the sun's not around, the moon does her thing. It's not even the full moon yet, and I just feel like she's just blowing my mind. But she's not like demanding attention. And I feel like the sun, it's like you have to like acknowledge the sun. The sun makes you acknowledge it. You got to wear a hat. You got to like wear some sunglasses. You got to put on some sunblock or something. Like, the sun's your friend, surely. And you know, but you gotta respect it. The sun, he demands respect. It's not a question. You don't respect it. Like, you'll learn to respect it. And the moon, I just feel like it's a very different energy. She doesn't do that. She doesn't force you to like acknowledge or to know her. You can ignore her all you'd like. She'll still do her thing, and like she'll let you be if you want to be, but she'll let you stare into her if you want to. It's not like the sun. It's not going to hurt you if you stare at her. Like, you can still acknowledge her beauty. In terms of the moon and its importance in the nighttime, before we kind of had easier access to light sources, like, I'd imagine that getting into the full moon and everything, you're probably you know, at least for a week or a little longer, a little less, like you're getting a well-lit night. And does that change the behavior? Do they go out into the night and do differently? Like, I don't know. That probably depends on the person, but you know, are you a lunatic or not? That's probably what that's dependent upon. I don't know, but I'm not too knowledgeable on the lunatics, you know, that there are people. Maybe I'm a lunatic at times, one might say, right? I just don't like to define myself and give it labels, but you know, I do love the moon. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get away from this person right now. Like there's someone out here and it's just annoying me. I'm like, they're making me uncomfortable. I'm probably the weirdo guy with the sweatshirt on that's freaking them out. You know what I mean? It's so ironic and funny. I'll mention this in another video and you'll hear me reiterate certain things, but I hope you're open to that. And if you're not, I understand. And that's something where you can just always not listen anymore. I'd like to think I'm not repetitious too much in this life to where it'll remain some freshness, but you know, I'm just one person. There's only so much I can get from that well of one being. I'm trying to dig it deeper into that well and share it with you. My hope and desire is if I do that, many other people will decide to do the same and take up the challenge upon themselves to reach deeper into the well and like see what they find, what they can share with others that they haven't shared before. I'm bored. I find politics quite boring. And I know that's very controversial to say as the world's in this crazy moment, and I understand. Trust me, I feel the fear. I feel the sadness and the tragedy of it all. I've cared about a lot of things for many years and more intensely than many I would know that, and it's hard to be judgmental, but like I genuinely cared about some things and I have not seen them resolved or fixed. I intend to share my perspective and I'm going to do it in the name of God. I really do believe God. And you know, I know it's such main character syndrome, honestly, and I understand, but I just think it's a part of the reason I'm here is to help us. And I know many of you are here to help us too. And I think I'm here to help you help us. You know what I mean? I'm here to do what I can do. And I think God's trying to help me. And I believe he's done so much work. I'm so grateful to God. He's just incredible. Like I can't even describe to you. He's just incredible. And there's some things I want for this universe and this world. And these things aren't necessarily for me. These things are for all of you. My gesture of good faith is maybe not to participate in the fruits of the labors, at least to some section of what we'll discover and like the miracles I think God can bring to us. That's a very challenging thing for me. I don't know the extent to it. And I think it's supposed to be maybe for me to decide. I want to be like authentically making the choice of myself. I just sometimes question, like, am I doing this out of an obligation feeling of the right thing to do? Or is this something I truly feel within me that I desire to do? Not acting within my own self-interest, that's a different game. And it's a game that I question if I participate in it because I was raised that way, or that I feel like I question if it's authentically God or not, you know, and that's a struggle. Like, I don't know. And I think a lot of what God's been trying to teach me is to have faith in myself because God made me. And if I have faith in God, like that's not questionable for me. Like, I have faith in God, but like, if I don't have faith in me, do I have faith in God? I think he's trying to teach me that I don't. Because if God made me and I have faith in God, then I gotta have faith that God made me for a reason. So I gotta have faith in me too. He has faith in me, so why don't I have faith in me? There's certain wrongs in this world that I intend to fix, and I expect many Americans to despise me, to hate me, to think I'm dumb, wrong, or hateful and evil or something of the sort. But I think God wanted me to do this. I tried to do this many years ago. I couldn't handle it, honestly. I guess it was like, I think it's a transformation period for me, and I was trying to make this happen in a moment where I think the presence of God was a little too strong and a little too intense for me to be just making this kind of content. And it was just a little too much for me and probably others. And it took me some years, I think, and I'm still trying to figure out just like, who am I? And I think God's trying to get me to like explore that, to figure out who God is too. It's challenging for me to give myself importance. And I don't know if that's because the culture around me is like discouraged that such a thing, like looking at myself as important. I'm supposed to like step aside, it's her turn, it's this person's turn or whatever the heck. And it's like, no, I'm pretty sure it's all of our turn. And I think anyone trying to make it a specific gender or race's turn, I just question you. I question you. Here's my pitch to Democrats and lefties that maybe would find me to be a disagreeable person for voting for Trump. If you had listened to people like me, early 2010s, mid 2010s, not just me, people like me, people that care about issues maybe that you don't even understand or care about at all, and you decided to actually do right by certain principles and like care about things and like actually understand oppression when it's under your noses, like it's right there and you can't even see it, but whatever. Maybe I don't know what oppression is because I'm a white guy. You know what I mean? How could a straight white guy know such a thing? Too stupid, too hateful. Oh, dude, the woke people's reality. It's just so sad. It's so tragic. And I'm sorry to be so disparaging and putting it so simplistically, but it's just sad. It's just sad. Because the truth is, I should have been an ally, not an enemy. But anytime I thought outside of the lefty paradigm, I was made out to be an enemy. And instead, the left could have been open to conversation and become an ally of mine. Could have voted for them. They could have supported some of the things that I care about in this life. They could have not participated in trying to silence people and silence free speech, which I think I've been affected by. They could have done all sorts of things better. But the Democrats chose to instead, like, just fight against people. They're racist, they're sexist, they're something. They're hateful, they're bigoted. They just care about white guys or something, or white people or men or whatever, like the existing power paradigm paradigm and protecting it and the various societal structures. And it's like, no. I'm actually just a person, a somewhat empathetic person that cares about people. And I try to examine problems and measure, how to fix problems and like what are bigger problems than others. And all problems matter, but in the grand scheme of things, what problems you need to figure out right now? Like a big one, easy one. And it's nothing advanced, like slavery, right? You're so brave, Surreal. You're really going to go after slavery? It's like, yeah, no, I'm so brave. No, it's nothing to do with like winning brownie points. It's just very simple. Like in the grand scheme of the world, if slavery is happening, like that's got to be pretty up there, right? In terms of like morality, it's not even about race or any of it. It's like if they were doing a slavery of anything at all, of any category, of any kind, they're like, these Fortnite players and these Minecraft players are going to be slaves from now on. They already go, do the pickaxe and build things. Let's make them build things for free. They already do it in their video games or something. It's just like, no, like just because it's not racial or like gendered or something, like you don't really got to go reinvent slavery. But you know what I mean? Like conceptually, it's bad. Like you can and you should acknowledge the race. You should acknowledge the factors. I'm not saying ignore it and pretend it doesn't exist and like the reasons for these things occurring. Like sure, like I think we should acknowledge it fully. But beyond that, we should acknowledge it's just wrong. Okay, if you put like a shock collar on someone and you start shocking them when they like move out of a certain place, right? That's wrong. If you do it to a dog, maybe that's okay because it's a dog, right? No, it's like, no, it's not okay. Like, it's a living thing. Like, what are you doing? It's actually not okay. Like, no, it's a dog. It's okay. Now, if it was like a black person or something, like, then we could talk. It's like, no, it's actually just still wrong. You freaking fool. Like, what are you talking about? It's not just suddenly right because it's like some societal concept. Like, no, it's a living thing that you're like hurting for no reason, for simply trying to exist as a happy person. Like, so foolish. And it's like, to me, it's like watching the left. I'm like, I feel like I'm Kaya. Like, people are like, I'm Charlie Kirk, I'm this person. Like, no, I'm freaking Kaya, bro. Like, sitting here with these lefties just telling you to sit in place, shut up, and shock you whenever you move out of place, make some kind of new argument or like some kind of new, like slightly different perspective than theirs. I don't know. I think there's a lot of lying going on there from that guy, and I wish he was just honest. But you know what? I get it. You don't want to be honest and say, hey, I hurt something that I shouldn't have hurt for no good reason, for my own, whatever, vanity or like selfish reasons. I have no idea what any of it's about, but it's just so unrelatable to me in terms of animals. I was like vegan for a few years. Like, it's just like, I'm not saying that as a flex. I'm saying that as like I know you've really bothered me. To me, it's like, these are our allies and they can only speak in the ways they can and interact with us in the ways we can. I don't know. Like, it's pretty challenging for me to accept us inflicting pain upon things that can only communicate in the ways they can and only learn to like adapt to this world in the ways they can. It's not that I'm like, have a high standard for animals. It's very basic. It's like, you're making a dog stay in place for a long, long time that no normal human or many living things would want to stay in place for that long and for hours daily. And then you're inflicting pain when it's not doing that for you. Like, that's a whole other level that I can't understand. It's like, I need to know what's in your head, sir. And I don't believe it's something you want to share with us, but I'd love to understand what that's about. Sorry to be so critical, and it's nothing personal. It's nothing political. It's a human thing. It's like, come on, like, how do you not feel bad for like treating something like that? Like treating some other living thing like that? I'm sorry. Like, I know maybe it's like me clutching the pearls and being woke, but I'm like, I consider freaking animals to be people to some degree. And if you're treating people in this kind of way and you're shocking them and stuff, it's hard for me to condone it. And, I'd like to think that this isn't what's happened, but it seems to be the case. And the more this person lies, the more I just think it's the case. And it's like, is there ever going to be honesty in anyone in this life? I think you should just acknowledge it and be truthful. There's something about saying how much Trump lies and then being a huge liar yourself. And that for me is a very, very challenging like hypocrisy for me to take in. Is anything respectable? Why should I care about your standards when you don't even uphold them yourself? You're not even honest yourself. Go talk about Trump being honest. Who cares? Who cares about your opinion? You're not honest anyways. I already knew he was dishonest, but now you see it with the dog, and anyone with a brain that isn't completely brainwashed into partisan garbage understands what's going on here and sees him for who he is. And he wishes people didn't see him for who he is, but God will expose many. God will expose many. That's why I'm here to tell you, he will expose many. These last 2 years have been very unsurprising because God, I'm telling you, God's coming, man. He's coming. I don't know. I'm going to shut up. I don't know why I got so on Hassan there for a moment in a non-homo way. I think no homo's coming back. I'm just calling it now. I'm just kind of getting ahead of the race. Oh, that moon, she's so beautiful. I want to pull back to the moon. I guess we're going back to her because she decided to peek her way in here. Can you imagine that? Like in the past, when the darkness and the light of the night were dictated by the natural world, and we had our methods. Maybe we had candles or whatever. Maybe we didn't. Like, maybe we didn't quite understand it yet. But at some points in history, the artificial light of mankind is not an element of their existence, and like the light and the darkness of the night, they only understand through the moon and what she gives or doesn't, and like what she shows of herself or what she shares with us or she doesn't. And what I like with her versus the sun is she's like supportive. Like she gives you like that glow when she's at her brightest, and you don't have to acknowledge it. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't demand the attention. That's my favorite part about it. It's like letting others shine. Like the sun shines so bright and is itself that it takes up the show to some degree, which is fine. The sun has its own beauty. We could always discuss the sun too, but like the moon, it's just like, hey, like I'm over here glowing on you. I'm beautiful. I'm the moon. Like I'm great. But you know what? Like, so are you. And like this night's about you. This night's about all of you. Then like the moonlight shines on you and it's like, bam. She's just like the backdrop of beautiful, beautiful stuff. You know what I mean? She's gorgeous, and she allows a gorgeous atmosphere for all of us. And scary because nocturnal animals that desire to kill us probably. I'm done. That's my little, what is it called? Serenading of the moon, or my simping for the moon. Yo, you're the Surreal? He's the guy that like simps for the moon, right? Dude, yeah, he's a part of the moon's OnlyFans freaking account. Whoa, that's far out. Yeah, dude, that's like millions of miles out. No, actually billions. No, actually trillions. Like, I have no idea. Just freaking nerds with like more and more glasses on, like 3 sets of glasses or like bigger glasses, like 3 trillion, like 7 billion, like keep going up to bigger numbers. Yeah. Actually, it's only like 5 feet away. You're just an idiot. Like, you probably think the world's round or spherical too, huh? You freaking fool. It's flat. And the moon's only 5 feet away. If you just reach your hand out, you grab it, you freaking idiot fool. It's because you're a shorty. You're a freaking shorty, Surreal. I'm like, shut up. I'm like average height. Like, shut up. I get all like, shut up now. But no, you're a shorty, bro. I'm like, shut up. But you're a short king, Surreal. Like, it's cool. Like, I don't want to be a king either. I don't want to be any of this stuff. Like, just shut up. Stop giving me labels. Like, shut up. Just start like yelling at him. I'm joking. Like, I'm kind of over it. It's like crazy though, dude. Like, some people say I'm tall. I'm like, I'm definitely not, but I genuinely appreciate when people say that. I'm like, that's cool. That's cool. Like, to your world and universe, you somehow consider me tall. Like, that's so kind of you. That's so charitable. You know, you're the kind of person to say I have like a great set of hair once I'm bald. So I appreciate your existence. Thank you so much. I'm Surreal. This is just how I feel. Peace.